Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all well. So we have a challenge, the Groupie challenge, which was suggested by Gayleen this time, and it's to make faux stamps in our group Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters. So I'm going to make them with some book page and napkins. And I also have some die cut stamp shapes because I'm cheating. I had these left over from some previous projects, so I thought it'd be great to use them up. So I was able to find a whole pile of my napkin scraps. So I thought it would be really good to use some of those up. So the first one I want to do, I'm going to grab a decent page in my book. That one looks all right. Just going to take those ones off. So I'm just going to stick my napkin onto this page, so I'll just cut about as much as we will need. So it's not going to have to be quite that big. So I was looking for a napkin that was quite busy, and this was the best one I could find, and I wanted it to be about the same size as, well, I wanted a piece that was big enough to cover that stamp set. Although I might end up doing it that way, so that'll be fine. So I'm just going to glue this down onto my book page now. So I hope you're all having a good weekend. It's Sunday here, Sunday early afternoon. I should be out in my garden, but thought I'd come in and get this done. I'm just going to grab a wet wipe just to help me smooth my napkin down onto the page. It's a dry wet wipe, not a wet one. That wouldn't be too good. That's looking great, except for the hair. All right, so now I'm just going to remove that from the page. Remove the page from the book, I should say. And I'll let that one dry because I want it to dry, and then I'm going to die cut the stamp shape again. Put that to the side. Now, what I might do for some single stamps is die cut some of the shapes out. I might do 2 pages. And then I will be back once that's done. So this is the die I used. It is the Kaiser Craft postage stamp set. So, and I find this one really handy, and if you look around you should still be able to get it. So the only problem is all the little hole bits stick in all of these, so you've got to sit there forever afterwards and poke them all out, which is fun. So I'll just put that away. So what I did was cut out, because the pages are thin, I did 2 at a time to give myself extra. So I cut out our napkin piece on top of another piece of book page, and then I cut out these 2 bits of book page. So the next job is, I'll just put these 2 together because it might make it easier. I want to cut around the edges now to take the perforations off, because we're going to layer this onto one of the backing pieces. I might use this one that's a bit yellower. I think they'll look quite nice. So we want to stick these on top of that. So I'll cut the edges off. I find it best to do it this way because then I can get the size right and get them sort of straight. I used to try and just eyeball it, and it was never very straight. So I'm doing the 2 layers so that I've cut the underneath the layer for another few stamps that I want to do afterwards. It has slightly embossed the inside square there, which helps you know where to cut. Now I want to keep these napkined ones in their order of what they were on the napkin, because I'm going to keep this piece together like a stamp sheet. All right, so now we've got some background ones for another lot of stamps if I want. And then I've still got these ones in order to put on a sheet. So I'll just swap them two up there. These little bits would be great in collage as well. Might put those ones to the side for that. So now we can stick these on. Just debating whether I want to go stick glue or... And the other thing is whether we want to ink. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's nice. Whoops, had one of the backgrounds still on there. So I'll just ink all of these up. Okay, I might actually use glue stick to put these on now. Again, I'll try and keep them in order. And then it's just a point of putting them sort of evenly. Looks quite sweet. So that is my first lot of stamps. Now I might do postmarks and that over the top afterwards. We'll see. What I'll do is continue doing some more of the smaller ones and then we'll finish them off afterwards. So we've got these ones which go up that way, and then I've done some where the text go the other way. So I might cut these out ready to use as well. Should I just do one lot? I think I'll just do one lot of these. Oh, sorry. So that way I've got the font going portrait and landscape. Now I'm just going to fold this over so the glue stick that I've already got on there doesn't annoy me. So we'll get another background stamps. We do have some just plain tea-dyed paper here. Oh, it's got some writing on the other side, but that doesn't matter. Because we'll probably stick them onto stuff anyway. Now, I could just cut these, but when you rip them, it makes them a bit rougher, which looks more authentic, I think. That's the good thing about the stamp die is you can have it in a full set like that. You could do a set of 3, you could do a set of 2. And when you get your stamps, that's how they tend to come. So I think that's really cool. All right, so we've got a whole lot of bases here ready to go. I'll just put them to the side. I also have some craft cardstock, which would look all right. Oh, always give myself too many decisions, or choices, I should say. Too many options to make decisions about. Oh, I tell you what, this stuff's a bit harder to rip. That'll do. So what I can do with all of these bits now is find bits of napkin, and this is a great way of using up your little scrappy bits, and chop them out and stick them on. So I know I have something here somewhere that has even smaller bits of napkin, which I should be using, but now I want to do one with this, and I think I'll do it that way. I like the look of this little flower here. Now, any of the scraps will go back into my scrap bin for some collaging sometime. So that'd be really nice on there. So again, we'll go glue stick. Now I might grab a blank page bit to go underneath this. And then try and figure out where we want our picture. I think it's about there. Make sure it's stuck down nice. Again, I'll grab my wet wipe. Oh, you know what the problem was? I didn't take the backing off. Oh, I think I'll trash that one. Try that again. Note to self, don't assume that the backings are off of your napkin scraps. I was wondering why it felt like it wasn't sticking down properly. Okay. That's better. Making sure it's stuck really well because I don't want it coming back up again. So let them dry and then I will trim around them. So I will go now and do a whole pile of these, and I'll come back and show them to you once I have finished sticking them all down. So these are all the napkins stuck onto the backings. So now I've just got to cut them out and see what they're going to look like, which is the fun part. So I'll start with this one. And there's our little bee. I'll put my little scraps in a pile for some collaging. Butterfly. Now I did do 2 of them just with some plain napkin backings for backgrounds for some pictures that I have. So we'll see how they turn out. So they'll make good little backgrounds. All right, so I'll finish cutting these off and then we'll get sticking them on the backings. So I finished cutting off all the napkin edges, so we're ready to put them on the backing now. Now I have these craft cardstock backs. I'm just going to trim this one a little bit because when I ripped it, it left it all feathered. So I'm thinking that I will put these background ones on there. So I might do that first. So they're pretty cool. My two birdie ones. Put them to the side. And we'll just fix this up. Oh, I still need a glue stick. So now I have the yellow bases. I have just cream bases or tea dyed. Have one more of these. We'll start with a butterfly here. Actually, I think he goes quite nice on there. But I do want ink for him. I've got rusty hinge, which I think would be all right. We will see. Yeah, that works good. Just brings him out a little. One. Now, I've got some pink ones here. I think all of these can be surrounded with pink ink. Got a few more that rusty hinge might work with too. So I might do all of these with my pinkish ink. I think this will go on the yellow quite nicely. I'll just get a better one because that one's a bit broken. Not that it matters too much, but for the purpose of this video. Now I've got 4 more to go by the looks of our pinky ones, so I think we'll sort of need to ink, but I don't know if I want to ink pink around these. We can do one pink, see what we think. I think I prefer brown around the outside of these. do that and have a look. Whoops, it's rusty hinge. Does stand out more though, doesn't it? Now let's just change that. I think I have 4 of them anyway that I can redo with some, try my walnut stain. There we go, so these are all stuck on now. So I think I will go and have some lunch and then come back and we will see about putting some postage stamps onto them. I have let the glue dry nicely on these now. Now I've decided to use a distress ink for my stamping because I don't want it as solid as what the archival ink would do. And I've grabbed my printing kit out that I got from the secondhand shop. I think this is the one that I like using the numbers from. Yes, I like the size of the numbers in this one. That's a bit better. A little far apart, I think, for my liking. We will stamp one and we'll see. About there. That's not too bad. Put some on here. I would like them closer though. Fussy I am. Now, did I do it with my fingers or let's see. I think I did it with my fingers. Let's go there, there. I'll do them all with the 5 and then I'll go back over them with the 3. That will do. Now I need to find my postmark stamps. So I grabbed my postmark stamps off of this set that must have come with a magazine that everyone seems to have. They're my go-to postmark stamps for the moment. So I'll just get these all lined up. Looks like we're up the right way. It's a good start. I'll do a circle thing. I just want to test it out. Yeah, that looks good. Got our cancelled mark. Okay, so that was easy. So it's a good way of mass making some of these faux stamps. So that's that set 1 that we've done. I love the way that's turned out. And we've got that one, nice little springtime one. Those ones. are 2 bird ones, which I also love. It's great using the napkin as a background there. Good way of using the plainer bits of your napkin that you wouldn't use otherwise. So I hope you enjoyed that and you'll give it a go. Got to take some photos now and put them up in the group, and at least I've got one challenge done this weekend. It's a good start. So take care everyone, have some fun, and I will see you soon. Bye.